Debo very well. Poor sheepies, can you talk more about the houses? Can I have more than one?
Yes.
More than one house?
Yes, you can. You can have all 12. So everybody gets the first one, which was actually the one we were at, very early in the game for free, just to give you, yeah, I know, right? Somewhere to live. But the remaining 11 are there for you to go buy at any point during the game. I guess depending on where you are in the world, it's good to have a house, you know, that you can restart from, that you can fast travel to, or based on just kind of, I don't know, like bragging rights as well. I think maybe we were talking about this earlier. The first person who actually buys Edinburgh Castle, because it's super expensive in the game, but when somebody saves up and buys it, I think there's going to be real bragging rights about, you know, like, yeah, I'm the first person to own Edinburgh Castle. So,
you know, just like I saved all my credits up, got some wheel spins.
Yeah.
It's one of the things, because there's a few different like wheel spin types and stuff.
There's 2 types of wheel spins now, actually, yeah, and I think we're going to show them on a forthcoming stream in the coming weeks. So there's the wheel spin that everybody is familiar with, knows and loves from previous Horizon games, but there is now a super wheel spin as well. As everyone can guess, super wheel spins are better than normal wheel spins.
There's the addition of super and you're there. It's
so they're actually 3 times as good as normal. So there's 3 reels rather than 1, which all spin, and you can win, I think as Grant mentioned earlier, you can win cars, you can win cash, you can win emotes and clothing items and chat messages for the game as well, so they're super fun to see what you can get out of them.
I just keep getting obsessed every time I see it. Look at the game. It's just like all the little details and like. Wait, what's that? Is that castle? Was that
so
like a little?
I was going to say for our castle fan, that is one of the 3 castles in the game. I want to say.
Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah,
Is that one you can buy, or is that?
No, so this is actually the location for the Horizon Festival this time around. So we've set it within the ruins of this old castle, which was something that somebody gave me a note to watch. John Wick 2, and there was a really cool scene in that movie where they had like a club that'd been set up in this old room.
I've seen that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, that's a really cool idea. And then the whole, you know, Horizon Festival, the colour and all the lights and the sort of installation pieces you expect to see in the festival, plus the sort of ancient architecture of Britain felt like a cool combo that we could use.
Yeah, it's a nice little combination to get it.
Yeah.
Daniel Banks has also asked, are bonus boards still a thing?
Bonus boards are still totally a thing, yeah. And I think actually, again, I realise I'm like teasing stuff that's in future weeks a lot here, but in future weeks, I think we're going to let you go and look at some of the more devious placements for bonus boards around the world, because there are still hundreds of them to go and find, and sometimes they're just, you know, they're by the side of the road or in a field, but a lot of the time our designers take a great deal of pleasure in hiding them in difficult to reach places, and we've done that this time, and I think we're going to go hunting for a couple of them, maybe next week, maybe in spring.
So go have a hunt for some boards in the spring as well.
Absolutely.
Guys, remember, if you've got any more questions that you want Ralph and Ben to answer, drop them in the chat and we'll have a chance to do them. Because remember, we're looking at gameplay from summer right now, which I think is like the more traditional season that players would have been used to from.
Horizon has always been a summer game, right back to the first one. It's always been kind of, we've always described it as an endless summer. Which I guess is double-edged, right? And that it's, hey, that's what everyone wants, but also it never ends. Now we have this real sense of sort of time moving on and progressing, and thus you living at this place like for reals. So yeah, absolutely. Summer is the traditional season of Horizon, but now you're going to be experiencing it all year round.
I just get like, every time I look at these like races and stuff, because one of my biggest things I've loved with Horizon games in the past is all the different race types you have. And I think having the seasons and kind of like being able to complement those styles is just going to change players' approaches and kind of expand on it. Like, what's your personal favorite in summer, especially kind of like race to go and do?
So I'm a massive cross-country fan, and we have, I think we've got some of the best cross countries we've ever done in Horizon games. Partly that owes to the fact that this is probably, definitely the most vertical world we've ever created. And I know that some of our fans have given us feedback about Australia being pretty flat. I don't think they're going to have that criticism of this game.
This has just made me want to go to that jump. You know the one I'm on about. Okay, this is kind of sick because I think that is talking like the verticality of the game. There are some ridiculous jumps.
Yeah, and also another thing that everybody was really asking for, which we've got in this game, some proper tarmac switchbacks.
Yeah.
So you can get your drift on, and that's, I mean, personally, that's my sort of favourite thing to do in this game, is to race on asphalt. It's
It's kind of
super fun. Yeah.
What, is that kind of like a lot faster? Is it kind of?
I don't know. I just think there's something about the technicality that's involved with that style of racing that really appeals to me personally. But yeah, there's some really, really cool pieces of road network in this game that people are going to be able to really test their skills on.
I think we've just seen that from the gameplay that we've seen so far, just how much differentiation from like kind of drifting tracks, kind of on more dirty roads to like kind of just riding along the motorways here.
Yeah.
I think this is kind of very Tokyo Drift, kind of going up the mountain. What other? We've actually got a few more questions as well. Silent K666 asks, "Is there an airport in the game?"
There is, yeah. It's actually it's become a bit of a tradition for us to include an airport. So yeah, we've got one in there. It's this time it's a slightly older abandoned airfield that's out in the middle of the sticks, sort of towards the north side of the map. And there's some really cool stuff that the level design team have done with that as well. So they've set up some really cool. How would you describe it? Like almost like an assault course there that you can kind of go.
Kind of like a Gymkhana has been filmed there, kind of thing. So tires and obstacles and stuff like that.
And it's fair to say that in the past, we've always used the runway as that drag strip moment in the games, but this time we actually have a dedicated drag strip in the festival, which people may have seen from some.
I think we were at it earlier actually.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But then there are other drag strips that feature in the game as well. So we actually do have, as ridiculous as this sounds, there is one on the ice lake in winter that you can.
There is a drag strip on the ice lake,
and one on the beach as well. If I'm right, yeah.
See, I think that's one of the things that just kind of helps with showing seasons and how much difference there's going to be. And this is the jump that we're on about. And then, okay, hon. This is just incredible for me. Like, this kind of seeing that. That is very British.
Yep.
Right, that kind of like that landscape is very
Jumping
British.
off the cliff.
Then like rock walls. Not maybe jumping off the cliff, but that kind of view, for me, is very British summer. A lot of people are asking to see the map as well. If we can, are we able to have?
We're going to do it next week when we fix the bug with it.
That's such a deal.
That's developer honesty for you, right there.
Yeah, it's like we can't really show them right now, but so we can't show the map. But next week, if you want to see the map, we will take a look at the map. So next week, remember that. Also, L Ward has just asked, is drone mode still a thing?
Drone mode is still a thing, yeah, absolutely.
Are we able to have a look at drone mode quickly?
We can, yes.
We can. And also, it's worth mentioning actually with drone mode. So one of the things that totally happened in 3 with the community that we didn't necessarily expect was that we just because we were trying to make a really authentic world, we built in all the lay-bys and car parks that existed in the parts of the world we were recreating in Australia, and people started parking up there and having ad hoc car meets and using drone mode to like film them and everything. So we totally made sure that we're catering to that now as well. So we've got specific hangout spaces in the festival, and we've made sure the whole world is littered with more of those kinds of areas for people to do that kind of thing.
Because it's probably worth mentioning that this whole stream has been done in Horizon Solo. So, we obviously talked about how the game is a shared world game. It will be mostly online, I guess is probably a good way of describing it. But lots of people at E3 fed back to us and said, what if I want to play it offline? What if I can't play it online? This is, I guess, to demonstrate the fact that you can play
you still
solo
get the experience,
against drivatars, and a very similar experience, in that regard to Forza Horizon 3. Next week on our stream in autumn, next Tuesday, we're going to be showing more of the shared world stuff. So we're going to be showing Horizon Life. We're going to be showing some of the really cool things that you can do while the game is connected and while you are sharing the world with everyone else who is playing it. And we're going to try and convince some folks to stay late and upstairs and play the game
And
with
get
us.
involved.
And get involved, yeah, absolutely.
So for those wondering, what are the details for next week's stream?
So that's a good question. So we're next Tuesday, I think at the earlier time of 7 p.m. British summer time.
Yep.
Do your math on that, depending on where you live, because we're not obviously doing it with IX.
We've got it here. We've got Tuesday
Yes.
the 17th, 7 p.m. BST or 11 a.m. PT. So those are the times you find. So what you can do as well is follow the channel, so you'll get notified when we go live, so you don't miss that out. Because I think that'll be a really fun stream, and also the first look at Autumn.
Yeah, so we're going to be showing Autumn next week. We're going to be showing Shared World, Horizon Life. We are going to be showing a showcase, I believe, as well, which is just brilliant. That's why we're showing it. There's no narrative there. It's just really, really cool.
Is it the Thread the Needle showcase, or is it a different one?
It's a different one.
It's
something you have never seen before, and I mean that in almost every sense.
That worries me. You've never seen.
Don't be worried. Be excited.
Is it going to be helicopters? Is it going to be like bikes flying over you?
I will leave you to guess, and you will not.
We will find out next week.
Yeah.
As well, is just for people that are really interested in the game, is when people are going to be able to get their hands on it?
That's a good question. Yeah, so we're still 3 months away from launch.
Yep.
Sorry about that, but we are. The game is coming on Xbox One and Windows 10 PCs on October 2nd of this year, and as we announced at E3, it is going to be on Xbox Game Pass on the very same day. So if you're in that service, you're going to be able to play it there.
To pick it up and play it, which really, I get really excited about Games Pass because it's made me try out games that I wouldn't have tried out in the past. And it means you can hop on, play it. Huh? Hey, that's not what I meant. You know.
I know what you meant.
You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's service that you can get involved in. You can play. All these brand new games like earlier in the year. You can hop on, try it out.
Yep.
So October 2nd.
Absolutely, yeah. So we are looking forward to that, and we're going to keep doing stuff like this in the interim while we continue to work on the game.